The Bundy family never fit the mold of a typical sitcom. In fact, that was basically the whole point of the show. But breaking boundaries also meant crossing some lines. Looking back, there are a whole lot of moments in Married with Children that simply wouldn't fly today. For one thing, and at the risk of stating the obvious, Al Bundy regularly fat-shamed women.
Ms. Blau.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Your name was partially obscured by some errant flesh.
In fact, Al seems to have a fat joke at the ready for every occasion. Of course, the character was never meant to be a role model, but if the show aired today, his jabs would only be tolerated in small doses, if at all. What wouldn't be acceptable is how the show itself openly mocks curvy women.
2, 4, 6, 8, don't make fun of our weight!
Married with Children would often place plus-sized women in embarrassing and unflattering situations.
Let's go someplace where they treat us with respect.
Try the moon, you're way less loud.
In the season 11 episode Crimes Against Obesity, several women enter Al's shoe store to confront him about his rude behavior, and 2 of them get stuck trying to walk through the door. That's a fat joke written into the show, not one of Al's fat-shaming remarks, although the episode has plenty of those too.
It's a birthday gag. One of you supposed to jump out of a cake, but you ate it on the way over.
Bundy, we are activists.
Married with Children ventured into some troublesome territory in the season 7 episode, 'Tis Time to Smell the Roses. About midway through the episode, Peggy tells her husband Al,
"Why, every day, more illegal immigrants, some of whom speak English, are out there flooding the job market."
She then goes on to impersonate one of those imagined immigrants.
"Please, sir, I will gladly serve you a slushie. Thank you for not killing me."
The way the episode depicts minorities is especially problematic. The story involves Al taking a job at Home Plate Athletic Shoes, where he's soon introduced to 3 new coworkers.
I like to call them the 3 Habibs.
That's management for you. They're all alike.
You just call us Habib and point to the one you wish to speak to. That's what we do.
Shortly after that exchange, Al really crosses the line with an offensive joke. To express how long he's been working at his profession, he says,
I was selling shoes when you guys were just a gleam in a New York taxi cab driver's eyes.
In other words, yikes. Married with Children wasn't exactly known for its strong feminist slant. The dialogue can even make the most important meal of the day sound sleazy.
That jiggly room, that serves a good breakfast.
Yeah, the melons, the muffins, the sticky buns.
And the food wasn't bad either.
Marcy Darcy's idea of feminism certainly wouldn't have a place in today's TV landscape. In the season 6 episode, If Al Had a Hammer, she even creates a women's group called WOMB,
which stands for Women Owe Men Bupkis.
Throughout the series, she constantly berates Al and other male characters.
Go pick your hiney. Women are talking. Let me give you something. 10 fingers of death. I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!
In the end, Marcy comes off as a lazily written stereotype and bottomless fodder for Al's groan-worthy one-liners.
Marcy, come here. Look, there's a woman.
Amanda Burse, who played Marcy Darcy, doesn't mince words when it comes to Married with Children. In 2018, she told News Corp Australia, "It was a mean-spirited and misogynist show. It was just so completely inappropriate. Today, I don't think the show would be produced because it's so globally offensive." There was definitely a double standard in the way siblings Bud and Kelly Bundy were depicted. For example, in the season 10 episode Al Goes to the Dogs, the audience cheers for Bud when he goes off with an unknown woman wearing a skimpy outfit.
Let's go, baby.
But in the same episode, Bud mocks Kelly's new look by saying,
"You no longer look like a North American No, you look like a South American
In other words, Bud's sexual adventures are literally applauded, whereas Kelly's sexual appetite is a subject of ridicule. Would Bud's habitual shaming of his sister ever fly on TV today?
GNO spells no!
Married with Children was generally targeted to a male audience, and it often objectified women. Whenever that happened, the live studio audience totally ate it up, to often ridiculous effect. In fact, whenever Kelly reveals a little skin or bends over, the crowd goes completely bananas.
Oopsie.
A lot of female characters are treated that way. In a season 3 episode that's worryingly titled Her Cups Runneth Over, the audience falls to pieces after seeing a young woman in lingerie.
If you were my boyfriend, would you like this?
It's hard to imagine any of these antics airing on television today, but to be fair, this particular episode also objectifies men, so there's that.
Well, I gotta go. Bar exam tomorrow.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite TV shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.